What is up, world? It's your boy Ari here for the 2-minute warning presented by the Bloody Knuckle Show. Just a little, just to let y'all know, pretty soon we will be having the 5 at 5, aka the happy hour. Your boy just got done training, tired, about to go to the movies tonight with my girl, about to get ready, but I had to shoot a quick little video. 2 minutes, you know, I always go over it, but put it on the clock, baby, because I got to talk about Mr. Brendan Schaub. The thing about Brendan Schaub is I'm a huge fan. I listen to all his podcasts. I was just listening to The Fighter and the Kid, which has now turned into pretty much the Brendan Schaub show, which, you know, he bosses everyone around on that show. And what I liked about Malik, who was formerly on the show but got fired, and now is getting blackballed kind of from his community, from Brendan, is he gave Brendan a little bit of talk back. Nobody on that show talks back to Brendan about anything. He can say the dumbest stuff. He can act so educated because he watches a couple documentaries. He comes off very stupid, and there's a reason why he is so hated. Now, I got a couple things to say. The reason why I'm making this video is his support of the Paul brothers and being so vocal, working the event when he swears he hates doing those commentary jobs, but he shows up for the Conor McGregors and the Logan Paul fights. He knows when the lights are brightest. And I have a reason why I think, other than the fact that they're friends, which what does that really mean in LA? They probably have seen each other once in 3 years, that being the fight, and maybe when they did each other's podcast. I mean, Brendan doesn't even see his producer on the weekend. For the last 4 years, he asks the guy what he does every weekend. Says he doesn't know him. The guy's been working for him for 4 fucking years. He doesn't even see his best friend, Brian Callen. I know he has a family, but I don't think he has much of a social life outside of his family. And I think it's because a lot of people can't stand the guy. Now let me just break down a few things. Sweating, y'all. I'm not being a hater. I'm not a homeless cat. This guy's got a whole subreddit community around him that hates on him. But the fact is, when you say that you will not read your comments online because everyone online is haters, living in their mom's basement with Cheeto fingers, it's unacceptable behavior. It's sociopathic. The fact is it's good sometimes to see a response online and to be like, all right, this is what I need to change. This is what I'm doing wrong. Like, it's good to have some feedback. And I think Brendan needs that in his life. He's not getting it. And that's why so many things have I know things are looking up for him, but also he is the most hated man in the MMA media. And there's a lot of fucking assholes in MMA media. So, Brendan Schaub, that's number one. He's got to start looking at comments. He's got to stop thinking that. He said he would never punch down, as in all these fans who hate on him, he'll never clap back. He'll only clap back to the people who are as successful as him, that clap at him. Well, Michael Bisping has come after him. Nate Diaz has come after him. Darren Till, the most recent, who said, let's get together and get Brendan Schaub out of the MMA community. These are 3 guys that Brendan is a big fan of, which now he'll take little shots at Darren Till like he does Nate Diaz. And this is now a guy who obviously doesn't have the Cheeto fingers, Brendan. And he's calling you out. So respond, man. Let's see. Brendan Schaub is the guy 2 weeks ago who said Jake Paul could beat Mike Tyson right now. But when he was in front of Mike Tyson, he was scared shitless. And he said the man was terrifying. He mixes up his stories. This guy is infuriating, and no one ever calls him out on this bullshit. He's always wrong about stuff. He's always mispronouncing stuff. He's got CTE. He's sloppy on the mic. And I get it. I've been punched, man. But here's the thing about Brendan Schaub and why he loves Logan Paul so much. Brendan Schaub, at the end of the day, is Logan Paul. Logan Paul is a YouTuber and kind of a guy that's on a podcast that is carried by co-host with bigger personalities. And then he does a bunch of other shit. Brendan Schaub is a YouTuber at the end of the day with a podcast that is carried by guys with big personalities. Theo Vaughn, Brian Callen, Chappelle Lacey, Malik Beasley, whatever the fuck his name is, Chris D'Elia, the guys, I hate to shout him out, Will Sasso, Michael Rappaport, the bitch, the guys who made his podcast, The Guest. He was always the Pippin. And he doesn't want to acknowledge it because now he's more successful, but Brian Callen is what made The Fighter and the Kid. Mike and George make Impulsive. And Brendan is Logan backwards. He started fighting and not being good at fighting, but getting very successful off of training hard and having a good hustle, basically, having a good personality, and then he became a YouTuber. Logan is a YouTuber who's a shitty fighter. Brendan is a YouTuber who was a shitty fighter. You see the resemblance here? I think this is secretly why Brendan Schaub is all over Logan Paul's nuts and Jake Paul's nuts. At the end of the day, Jake Paul and Logan Paul don't give a fuck about Brendan Schaub. Brendan Schaub made it to where he is because of the guys he is friends with. Keep thinking you're a real comedian. It's all good, homie. I'm a fan. I'm going to keep listening, subscribing. At the end of the day, you're making money, right? At one time, it's all about biking. And guys like me who are in the bodybuilding are jokes. And it's not cool. But then when you get into bodybuilding, it's the cool thing to do. Next summer, you'll tell Brian Callen he's stupid for boxing. But next summer, you'll get into boxing and you'll make Thick Boy Boxing Club. And then that will be the cool thing. Because whatever Brendan Schaub does is the cool thing. And he puts down his friends and is an asshole. And I just don't like it. But I'll continue to watch. Because people will pay a lot of money to watch a train wreck. Maybe they won't. I don't know. But I feel like Brendan Schaub is the best train wreck on YouTube. And Brendan, my friend, you might call yourself a comedian. But at the end of the day, you support Logan Paul because you are a YouTuber. That is the 2-minute warning. Peace, y'all.